say, Justinas? Should we get started?
Yeah, I think it's time.
Should we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think they will? Do you think they will applaud?
I think we have a chance.
Do you?
Yeah, we do.
People are still coming in here.
Yeah, not a lot of them.
Welcome. Good. Good.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you here. Welcome. Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hi. So, should we get up there, Justinas?
Yeah.
Could you do one of your cool voiceovers?
I can try.
Can you do?
Try. Yeah, I can try that.
Do you need warm up?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, so on three. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
They say third time is the charm. But he's been charming every time. Get ready for inappropriate jokes, insults, and professional picking up on people. Please welcome Persson.
Hey!
Oh, we did get a woo.
They really applauded. Hi there. For those of you that know me and know, where are you now? Here.
I'm here, yeah.
Yeah, Justinas. He's a professional voiceover guy, so this was not rehearsed. I didn't know what to say. I thought you were supposed to be meaner. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, my name is Persson. This is Justinas. Apart from being a professional voiceover guy, he's also a very professional guy in what we do, the online advertising business that we're in. We are here to talk about something. Now we'll see if this works. There you are. So here we are, the two of us merged together. I don't know if this is a good picture for me or for you, Justinas.
I think this is scary.
Could you get... you look like a president over there.
I look like a dictator.
The dictator, absolutely. Yeah. So, Justinas, you're a few years younger than I am, so maybe this is the way you're going to look like, or this is the way we're going to look like. I don't know. I'm a little bit more colorful than you are. Yeah. Is there more to say to this?
No, I'm going to get colorful when I get to your age, too. So.
Exactly. Good. Yeah. It will take a while. Anyway, we're not here to talk about age. That's something. What we are and what we come from as a company called Adform. We're not going to talk a lot about that, if anything about Adform, but what we are is in the online advertising business. We're about 320 people. Out of those, 250 are working here in the Lithuanian office. We're a Danish company, but I would say that our head office is really here in Lithuania, because that's where we have all our developers, all support and everything. So it's a lot of people here. We're becoming big in Lithuania, as it says. Okay. So, but Justinas, before we go on, there's one thing that we chatted about yesterday, and we actually squeezed it in this morning in the presentation.
Yes.
You are going on a small car trip. I think this is something. A few words before we get started. What is this? What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's the Mongol Rally. It's a charity rally that we're doing. And basically, we bought a car for less than 1,000 euro. It's a 22-year-old car. And we're taking it on a journey for 16,000 kilometers. So we're basically going from Vilnius to London and to Ulaanbaatar.
In a very old car.
Yes,
in a very... Okay.
3 cylinders, around 40 horsepower.
And how many are you?
5.
4 Adformers and your girlfriend?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, it is.
What takes... Anyway, I just don't get it, but it's a good thing. What we say, and this one you haven't seen, but I would just say, have a nice trip.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be exciting, right?
I hope that we can make it back.
I hope so too. We need you. We need you, and the other 3 Adformers also. We cannot.
You need them more than we.
We shouldn't go into that anymore. Okay, so guys, let's get started. This is who we are. Good to see so many people here. We are talking about this, but before that, going there, I just wanted to start with the theme for this year's conference. It's not that publicly made, but for us speakers, we always get that in the invitation. The theme for this year's login conference is actually Internet is Everything. So I want to, before we start going in and link it over to what we called our Internet, is then that Internet is everything. Yeah, it is, for sure. Just a story. For those of you that know me, I like to tell stories. we had one of these staff meetings where we gather all the people in Adform in a cinema here in Lithuania. And the first one, we had a little bit of challenge. We said, we want to be connected to the internet so we can hook up to any service we want to and, you know, just surf a few things. No. What do you mean, no? No internet. You don't have any internet in this cinema? Yes, we have. So asking twice meant that they had it. So we were waiting there in the cinema, just preparing, trying to get the technology to work, and suddenly this guy comes up to me and say, "Hello, I am internet." They weren't too good in English in that place. No one spoke English, but he said that. And I looked at him and I spontaneously said, "Oh, I thought you were bigger." And he looked at me and said, "No." So I've met internet. Hello, I am internet. That's quite impressive. So I met him. I will refer and I will talk to also, I have a daughter, 9-year-old. I have a daughter that is 12 years old. And I asked them things. And before I came here, I asked my youngest daughter, "What is internet?" And she looked at me and said, "Is this for your work?" "Yes, it is. It's not something to do. You haven't done anything bad. It's just for my work." "Yes." "So what is internet?" She thought about it a little bit, and then she said, "That's where all angry people are with bad confidence." And I just thought, what is that? Well, for her, that's what she heard about the internet. All these blogging, you know, all these comments on articles, all angry people that are posting all shit there is. That's her part of internet. So I said, what about Facebook, Minecraft? She's doing Videofy Me, Snapchat, all those things. What about that? And she looked at me. "Well, that's Snapchat, Videofy Me, Facebook, Twitter. Don't you know what that is?" For her, internet is nothing. Internet is everything, or it's just not something. For her, it's just given that you're always connected. And when she's not, it's something that dad's router has gone down. That's the only thing. So she couldn't get the question, what is internet? So it's interesting. It's just one generation away. Take another dimension of what the internet is. And Eric Schmidt, the chairman of Google, he has written a book called The New Digital Age. And I read the first sentence in the book, the first sentence. "The internet is among the few things humans have built that they don't truly understand." Dum, 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 dum. That's dramatic, isn't it, right? And the fact is also, the way it's developing, and this is where we're linking over to how fast things goes, that by 2025, that's in 10 years or something, the projection is that everyone on Earth, and there's a projected to be about 8 billion people at that point, will more or less be connected through a device big like this to unfiltered information. In one generation, going from no filtered information at all, no access to all, everyone has access to it, is a massive change. We're right in the middle of it. But we have a selected memory. We keep on forgetting how fast it goes. I mean, who can? I can't remember how it was without this one. And it's like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, there were phones, a little bit more than that. And I want to explain that to my kids, that, guys, when you were born, we had one phone back home. Why did you only have one? Because it was wired. It sat in the wall. And when someone picked up on it, no one else in the house could talk. But what about their phones? There were only one. And another thing is also, I asked my kids, what is this? When you see when you hang up, first, it's just in the recent update on mobile iOS that they removed the hang up. What is hang up? They didn't understand that. What is the red thing there? It looks like a banana. No, that's a phone, I said to my kids. No, a phone. A phone looks like this. It doesn't look like a banana with buttons on it, because it's their own phone. That's how fast it goes. So remember that, because when we start talking a little bit how future is going to look like and future devices, we all tend to think that, oh, that is something. But there will just be a matter of seconds, years, before we are having new devices that we can't live without. But we're getting back to that. So our part of the internet, what we do, online advertising, which we're going to talk about, the fuel of internet. We do what we call impressions. That is about 1.2 billion impressions, banners per day. Say that there is about 2 banners per page, about 5 pages per person, depending a little bit how people are surfing the net. But we reach, what we estimate, about 100 million people a day with our banners coming out from our servers, contacting us. So there is quite a reach in this. Internet is big, and for us, internet is definitely everything as a company, and all our services is based on that. So, we talk about the fuel of the internet, and Justinas, I think we've set ourselves to quite an interesting task here.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
A difficult one.
A difficult one, because we're going to talk about something that people do not like. It's even that 9 out of 10 people hate ads. Hate is a strong word, I usually say that, but it's really, people think it's annoying, people think it's disturbing, and we've set ourselves to be up here on the main stage for 50 minutes or something to talk about something that people, and suddenly I feel a little bit insecure. Was this the right decision to do this, Justinas? I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe they will.
Someone has to do it anyway, so.
It's a dirty job, but someone has to do it, right? Is that the thing? That's the theme. Yeah. Okay. But our thesis is that the fact is that internet is not for free. Google, Facebook, you name it, Delphi, or take anyone, it's not a charity organization. These people are there to make money, and in order to provide free content to all of us, there has to be something in the equation that makes them earn money, and it's advertising. So, we have to accept advertising as it is, and I would even say that it could be for something good. We will talk about the technology now and the future technology of it, that would actually can get better in this. More tailored towards you, so you don't get all those crappy advertising that you're definitely not interested in. We'll talk more about that later on, and Justinas will help me on that for sure. You're just nodding as I go along.
Yes, I will. Yes,
Right.
I will, yes.
Yeah.
I will help you.
You will help me?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm delighted to do that. And just to make it clear, several people said in that ad blockers is not the solution to it. It's getting more and more common, but there are sites out there now, and it's getting more and more common that they spot the ad blockers and actually tell the people using them that, guys, you don't get any content if you use ad blockers. Have even more directed saying that you're stealing from us. I'm not going there, but that's the way they interpret it. So that's not the solution to it. So I say that we have to accept advertising. I say that it will increase going forward, but will it become like this?
Is there some sound?
The road you're on, John Anderton, is the one less traveled. Make sure you are advertised.
Good evening, John. You can move the old-fashioned
John Anderton.
21 styles provides gourmet cuisine.
John Anderton, you can use a Guinness right about now.
Stressed out, John Anderton?
Escape from it all, Harrison. Get away, John Anderton. Forget your troubles.
Hello, Mr. Yakamoto. Welcome back to the Gap. How those assorted tank tops work out for you?
Will that be the future? Is that's going to? I don't know. But the fact is that what we saw in this with Tom Cruise, what's the name of the film?
Minority Report.
Minority Report is
Yes.
the film. Those things are not crazy. There's cameras there, yes. Face recognition is possible. Now it's flicking in the eyes, but face recognition, out of a crowd of many, there are technologies that can do face recognition, for sure. When it's coming into the shop there, having a system that can recognize that they're in there, that you're revisiting, and what you bought last time. As it says there, hi there, mister, what about your tank top? And he has that on him now. Its technology is there. Whether it's going to go to this extreme or not, I don't know, but for sure it will continue in this direction. That is for sure. So, what is the driving forces around this then? And just getting there, that whatever driving force is there, the reason for this world to twist or turning is, of course, money. And numbers are extremely hard. Billions, trillions, whatever it is. But just let's try, see if we can make this, in some sense, in perspective. Because it is the driving force to it. And money talks, as we said. So this year, on online advertising only, there will be 150 billion US dollars spent. That is 375 billion liters. If you take that and share that in Lithuania, it means that everyone that are Lithuanian citizens, I would say, if we start doing this, will get 125,000 liters per person. I don't know if that describes it, but have you?
Yes.
Yeah, you brought
Yes.
that sign. You print.
Like,
There.
yep.
Look at that.
Like this, yes.
You've printed that sign. That's good.
I did. It's 3D.
It's 3D. You're bending it. See, that's the new screen. So you will have that. Whenever there's a question why this is happening, you will be able to show that screen. That's a good way to have. So it's just massive amount of money. If you talk to Google, they are of course more optimistic about this. They say next year or in 2-3 years there will be 500 billion US dollars, which means that everyone would basically get 1 million liters per person. So it's a massive amount of money. And again, money talks. So this is a push coming. This is something that's... So with all those money spent, why is Red Bull, Nike, Adidas, and everyone else interested? Because they are the ones spending this money. Why are they interested in online advertising? I think many of you would say in here that it doesn't work. I mean, I never look at something, I never click, I never do. Skepticism again, 9 out of 10 hates this. And why am I talking about it? Yeah, anyway, it's just, we are here now. Let's see. So, the fact is, and that's where it's getting a little bit more interesting, the technology makes it possible for these things, for these guys to do something that is a marketeer's wet dream. That is right audience and frequency. Sounds a little bit geeky, but that's what it is. To reach the right audience at the right time. It's a wet dream for these marketeers. They hate it when they spend all these money on TV commercials. They don't know who saw it, whether someone captured it, and what it leads to. But they don't dare to do anything else, but they do that. Now, with online, which we're going to go through a little bit more details, you can then reach the right audience with the right... This is kind of a nice picture, isn't it? It's 4 people. It's 2 girls and 2 guys. It looks like a dating site, doesn't it? Right? We're a dating picture. It's 4 Adform. No, it isn't. One has left. The guy in the middle has left. Guy in the middle. The geeky one there. Well, he has left. And there's actually 2 of them as a couple. And then you can guess who. And one is alone. It's Eiste. It's her there. She's over there. This one. To the right. She's not with anyone. Well, she is. She is, isn't she?
No, she's not.
She isn't.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No.
Was that inappropriate to mention that?
No, it's all right. It's all
Okay,
right.
it's a good branding for her.
Probably.
Anyway. Good. Yeah. So these 2 are a couple over here. We've changed subject. He is left. He's a bad guy. He's Jacob.
Bastard.
He's no one leaves the firm. He's dead now. No, anyway, no. He's not. He's alive and kicking, definitely. But he will not return to us, that I can tell you. Yep. So, and this is actually a Dane and a Lithuanian. Anyway, that was not the purpose of... Next. There's one driving force also coming into this. That what happens is, and where it's even more money, and you can't even spell out how much money people are spending on TV commercials. It's just, yeah, it's
more.
10 of those.
Yeah.
Do you have those printed too? No.
Yeah.
You don't have 10 copies. We can't afford that.
It's more.
It's more. It's 10 of those.
Yes.
How did you symbolize 10 of those?
How do I do
You
what?
shook it like you did.
Yeah, I shook it like, there's a lot of copies. If I move it really fast, people will see that there's...
If you do it more than
doesn't work really.
8 per second, it's getting animated. This is getting out of control.
Yeah, it does.
I think it was the Easter
Sorry.
thing that got me out of control. Anyway, so what we'll see and what Google predicts is that people are going to move out of TV. There are big brands, not mentioning anything, Adidas, are actually taking the decision to do this. They are moving away from TV, getting into commercials on online, mobiles, tablets, and the rest, because that's the future. So that's where a major shift in media spent as it is. Okay, and there is one other reason also. There's a lot of money into this, but there's of course one that's quite given. But just the statistics, you shouldn't have these slides either, but it's a few interesting things. The time spent on digital has just in 2-3 years gone from 3 to 5 hours. Right or wrong? I don't know how you have it, but we're 4 in my family. There is a wife. There is a wife.
You're not single also, just like last days.
If she were here, and let me, how I describe my family, there is a wife and I have 2 kids. No, I'm married and there is my wife and there is 2 kids. We're 4. We're sitting in front and looking at the TV. What do? Everyone has its mobiles. And my kids are doing this and we are doing all of that. My wife is playing Candy Crush and I'm doing the same thing, or reading whatever it is. Time spent on digital media is exploding, is going there. The way my kids are consuming videos and everything is just on the mobile. And they accept it. I asked them, why don't you take the iPad instead and read it? No, it's okay. Yes. But the sound is quite bad. No, it's okay. They're just used to it. They are getting used to this. What we think is a little bit small thing here, they are getting used to it. And they spend definitely more than 5 hours on it. So that's the reason also. Spending less on TV, more on this. That's the driving forces. That's the fuel of internet. Right. So where we're getting. So this is then, again, reaching the right audience with the right frequency is becoming possible. It wasn't possible before, but with the disruptive technology that has been, that we call the real-time advertising. It's been ongoing for a few years, really taking off now, and that's where Justina's come into play. So in order to explain that, there is a senior expert, very experienced person that couldn't come. So Justinas is here instead to explain how we're going to do this. What does that mean?
No, it wasn't. It's very
Justinas
encouraging. Thank you.
is our real-time advertising expert. So you do it far much more better than I do. Do you want this one?
Yeah.
Take
This is very fragile.
Yeah.
Did you know
Okay.
that?
Take a few minutes.
Yeah.
Explain how it works. Now it went black.
Yeah, it did. It did.
It went black.
Yeah.
Was it me? Was it me throwing that?
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, yeah. So when we talk about real-time advertising, what I like to compare it with is Skittles. I quite like Skittles. The only problem with Skittles is that when you buy a bag, there's a rainbow of tastes, as they call it. I hate that. You know, I'm a fan of those purple ones. And that is very comparable to media. So if you're buying media on TV, if you're buying media on the radio, even if you're buying media on the internet directly without real-time advertising, you're basically buying a pack of Skittles. And if you have just one favorite, a purple, a yellow one, whatever, you have to still consume a couple of yellows, a red one, a green one, swallow some of them, and just then enjoy the one that you actually like. So that's the similarity. And with real-time advertising, what we do is we actually sort those Skittles for you so that you can actually buy sorted Skittles. Very awesome. I've already consumed the purple ones, if you can see. I'm not sure what the blue ones actually are. Don't know the taste. But anyway, so basically what you can buy with real-time advertising is absolutely the audience or the Skittles that you want. And if we take it back to media, Mats, you must be interested in something. What are your interests?
Of the Skittles.
You know, I've Googled Skittles just for you because you don't know what Skittles are.
Exactly. It's like M&M's, right?
But different.
But different. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not interested. But I know we talked about this, and we talked about it yesterday. Maybe that's what you're flirting for. I am thinking of buying a new car. I honestly do. My car is getting a little bit old, and in Sweden we do cars. I'm from Sweden, so then you can buy them more frequent maybe. But so yes, I'm looking for a car and a new wife. But that's
different.
That was something that I should mention. But anyway, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you're looking for a car...
Wait, what kind of... Yeah, we should have rehearsed. I think, okay. Oh, good slide. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, you're looking for a car, right? You're looking for a new car to replace your old one. And most probably you've visited manufacturers' websites. You've visited some, I don't know, kind of comparison sites, read about some cars, and so on, and so on, and so on, right?
Yeah.
So basically what we can do is we actually know that you're interested in a car, you're in the market for a car. And what we can do is we can actually show you the ad. So when you come to a website, we can actually know that you're interested in a car and serve you some ads of the cars. You would like to see the ads of cars rather than diapers or hair extension
Oh, yeah.
products.
I would even say that I could accept to be bombarded by car advertisements. I mean, just looking at that and be interested in any potential deals. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's exactly what we can do. You can actually go on, if you're a car manufacturer, what you can actually do is you can go online and buy exactly the audience. You want to skip all the other guys that don't care about cars or can't afford it or anything like that. What we can do is we can actually target the guys who are specifically interested in cars.
And then, I know it, but it's a relevant questions in this. How does it work from a technology perspective then?
Good question. Let me show you that. Let me show you some things about
There is a
how
word
it
that
works.
needs to be in here also, the cookies, I think.
Yeah, it is mainly based on a cookie. However, there are ways around it. But basically what happens with cookies is, of course, you can delete them, you can clear a cache regularly, but here's what happens. If I'm on TechCrunch, or I'm browsing on the internet, right? Imagine my cache is just clear, the internet knows nothing about me, and I just load TechCrunch. Here's a special plugin I use to see how many cookies have been fired. So we can see the list just gets longer and longer and longer and longer, and that's all the companies that actually have just placed a cookie on your computer, and they know that you have just been on TechCrunch.
That's like 20 companies.
28. Well, of course, there are some duplicates. But I can clearly say that there's around 20 cookies on an international website. You get around 20 cookies on your computer. That can only be, of course, read by the same company again. But basically, yeah, you get a lot of cookies every time you visit a website, and that's how we classify you as some kind of a user. So if you visit TechCrunch, most probably we know that you're a geek. Maybe you've also visited Wired.com. That also adds up to you being a geek. And if you went somewhere online and filled some kind of a form and said that you're a male and you live somewhere, yeah, we even know more about you. So then we can actually target you.
Exactly, and it's connected to the cookie that these guys are doing, and there is a lot of companies out there collecting a lot of data, and it becomes what's called the big data.
Yes.
We reach 100 million people a day, and they do several entries of this. It generates terabytes of data in a day. It's massive.
Yes.
So that's why everyone talks about big data, to analyze this, to get it into categories, to find out who's interested in what, reach the right audience with the right frequency.
Yes, and that is what real-time advertising is all about.
And the real-time piece of it, just give a flavor of that. How does that work?
So basically, whenever Mats comes into a website, we receive some kind of a request. Well, basically a message from the website saying that Mats is on the is on this website. Do you want to show him an ad? Then we have to analyze what we know about Mats, if he's a car guy, if he's a geek, if he's a male or a female, and so on and so on. Figure out how many advertisers do we have that want to serve an ad to Mats, and figure out who is the most relevant to Mats. So for that, we have 100 milliseconds. That is like 3 times faster than a blink of an eye. Or if we go back to the slides, or as fast as an asteroid can actually travel, in that kind of a time frame, an asteroid can travel 1 to 7 kilometers. So it's quite a lot. It's really, really fast that we have to make this decision, serve an ad, and this ad, and targeted ad, and personalized ad.
Exactly. Another way to describe it is if we were to serve an ad, as we say it, in Australia, it wouldn't be physically possible, because the distance between here and Australia is speed of light won't fix it. Even if you just travel by speed of light, you won't get to Australia and back again. So there is a physical distance that has to be settled. In Europe, we can do it out of our data centers.
Yes.
It goes fast. So how many of these requests do we get? What's the
We get
latest?
around 150,000 requests per second. So basically, we can show 180,000 personalized, targeted ads every second. So basically, every time I click, if there's 6 seconds in between, so there's another click.
That was 1 million. That was 1 million. And that was 1 million.
Pretty much, yeah. So
And
basically,
that
we
was 1
serve.
million. That's a rap song. That was 1 million.
Yes,
That was 1 million. Yo,
That was
brother. That was 1 million.
it's a million.
It was 1 million.
It's a million, yeah.
Yeah, as it is. But it's fast.
It is fast, very
now
fast. It's lightning fast.
And it's growing extremely fast because with new database as we're using, we've skipped Cassandra's, we're using Aerospikes now, and then more servers are added, and we are growing like hell. So in a soon distance, we will have 300,000, and then the rap song will start going into disco,
Yeah.
where it's going to go really fast.
Rave music.
Rave even that fast.
But that was in the 90s, so
Yeah,
anyway.
that was it. Okay. I've just noticed, the sidetrack, that these guys that are doing the cameras, they have a hard time who's speaking. Now you're on there.
Oh,
And
hi.
he will soon get over to me now, soon, because I'm talking now.
But I have the remote, so
Oh,
here you go.
it-
And
does it
it
trigger
will
by the
follow.
remote?
It will follow.
He will follow me.
It does.
You're not filming anyone. There I am. See, it works. Anyway, wasn't here to make fun of it. See? No,
I assumed the dictator pose, so the camera automatically looks to me.
exactly. I'm not making fun of you. I have the pointer. I can point you. Here's the cameraman. What's your name? Anyway, it doesn't matter. He don't want to be part of this. We're supposed to pick on people, not him. There it is. So now I'm getting outside. You see? Now he's striking. Now he's really putting in. Okay, I'm going over here then. So he's talking here. Yeah.
Hi.
So hi. Anyway, this is getting very strange.
Awkward.
Could you, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I offended you and your profession. I understand that. But now back again. See? Here I am. Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm on TV. Yeah, I said me. We're going to get back together. No, where were we? So, okay. But again, this is web-based stuff. And now, for people that want to get rich, you should start listening up a little bit, because we're getting into a landscape here soon where things are not settled as it is. This has been a technology that's coming for the last three to 4 years, and it's picking up a lot. Because as I said, for advertisers, this is a wet dream. But there are more devices, as it is. Mobiles, but we'll start with and talk about this. No, back again. You have to, can you help me? Help me, technicians, help me, stop it. There you are, thank you. It's a little bit hard to get that. Listen, now he's smiling. I'm offending everyone in the technology staff now. Now these guys over there are pissed off also. Anyway, outdoor. So talk about outdoor for just a second. This is not, there are a few digitalized outdoor screens. Not many, but it's just a matter of time. I don't know how fast, but it will happen. Anything that can be digitalized will be digitalized. It's just a matter of time. So we will get there. This is from Oslo's main station. And we made a campaign over there. So these are real live. It's not pasted in. So there will be, you've seen there are some interactive screens where you can download music. There are certain things. Some can play music or play some games on it. So it's coming, interaction. So the digital outdoor screens will definitely happen. Another way of combining the real-time advertising with outdoor is, for example, combining the airplane schedules. So when you fly to Heathrow and you're going on the corridor down from the airport or in the airport, then you can then ensure that there are, for just a few minutes, Lithuanian commercials there. Can even be brands that are so smart, so they do it in English, and you got impressed. Oh, these, I thought they were local Lithuanian brands. And they are, but now they're advertising in London just as the plane from Lithuania came in. So there's a lot of things that you can do in real time and justify the message. Now, with papers, it's shifted every week at the most, and it's very generic. This is a massive market out there. And today, less than 1% it's digitalized, but it will change. So my question is, will it be like this in the future?
Have a nice day.
Good morning, madam. We at Euphoria Finance want to put the youth back into Euphoria. Your lifestyle is our concern. Your dreams are our dreams. That's why we say, enough is never enough. Call us today and off for more. Good morning, Burton. We at Euphoria.
Everyone's getting rich, except you. Learn the secret to their success tonight at 8 on Do NBC.
Bored with Buddhism, sick of Scientology, and the Church of Batman Redeemer may be yours.
The future has come and gone. Whoever you, date myself the next time. 4897-3434.
Well, you don't know. Something like this, it will happen. The interaction, the adjustments, the real time of it will definitely happen. It's a massive market. Just one thing that a little bit geeky, I know that. Did you notice in this screen the barcode over there, the QR code that I put in there? This is supposed to be 2050 or something. The QR codes. For anyone that's into this a little bit, the QR codes, that doesn't work. There is no one using that. There's no one clicking on that. There's no one using it. It's too complicated. And when you do it, you end up in a page where you don't get any use of it at all. The principle is there. Now there is the NFC, the near field communication, which is also questioned by someone. The iBeacon from iPhone, from Apple's. But still, getting your phone connected to an offline thing, it will happen. Payments, there are companies here in Lithuania doing this. There are other micropayments. You touch your phone, you communicate with your phone by just keeping it like that, and it do things for you. It will happen. It won't be through QR codes for sure, but the thing will happen. So mobile is definitely something. Just a geeky thing. That was on the, anyway, yeah. So, looking at going forward, that's outdoor. Then, as I promised and said, regarding mobiles. What about this? Well, getting back to this slide and zoom in on the time spent. There, 24 minutes, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, now it's 2 hours, it's even more. We already covered that. There is no doubt that the usage and time spent on mobile is increasing a lot, and we spend a lot of time. But only 15%, on a sunny day, 15% of advertising is going through mobile. So there are 3 problems, as I see it, with mobiles. One, that has been happening is that taking offline or online concepts or formats and squeeze it in to the mobile doesn't work. It's rotating, it's small, it's tiny, whatever it is. No one has really cracked that, what formats is actually to be used here. The second thing is also, and it's not only that it's web browsing, it's like more than 90% of time we spend in apps. And definitely no one has figured out how to do advertising in apps. I haven't seen any good examples. There might be some ideas and interesting ideas. Maybe you're playing Candy Crush, and then instead of getting to a new level, paying for that, MasterCard comes in and says, on behalf of MasterCard, it gratitudes you with 3 extra lives in Candy Crush. That would be an interesting way of interacting more than just posting things, whether you're now interested in MasterCard or not. So getting into the experience on mobile is needed. I don't know how. But the technology is not really there, because that's the third problem it is with it. That the traceability and trackability on this one is not there. Cookies on an iOS phone doesn't work. It works if you do the settings down below somewhere, it's a hassle. In the apps, it's even further. And as said before, frequency and audience is so important for marketeers, and they can't trace it on mobile phones, because that's so important for them. So with this, as it is, we will see, as I see it, a push for more logins on our phones. That's my trend. That's what I would say. And there are 3 problems with this, but the marketeers would push us for more logins so that they can trace us better on these telephones. But again, I will get back to these 3 things. There is, however, one exception to this, which is quite remarkable, as I would say it. Someone that keeps track of us cross-device and cross-application, and that's Google. We're not here to ditch Google in any sense. It's a great company. They do great things. What they do, yeah?
Yeah, they are doing it.
The fact of the matter is, and we talked about it the other day,
Yes.
and you went back to the computer, get into the log file. What did you do? You digged up what they know about you.
Yeah, not everyone knows that Google actually allows you to see what they know about you. And some of these things come as a big surprise. So if you can switch to my computer now, here I am in my dashboard.
Wait, take a step. This is the dashboard of Google in your computer as we see it here now.
Yes, it is.
Okay? So where can you find the Google dashboard?
Yeah, well, basically, it's you kind of get to subscribe so that they send you updates. That used to be a bit longer ago, and right now it's basically when you log in into your Google, you can go from your actual Google account to your dashboard, but you still get email alerts if you want to.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what they know about me, and I'm not a big kind of power user of Google, but they know loads of stuff about me. So they know, they know of course my account. They know what alerts do I have set up. If I had any sites with analytics on them, they'd know about it. They know that I have a blog, a very old one, not active, so don't care about that.
You have 3 Android devices.
Yes, and they know that I have 3 Android devices, my old device, my new device, somehow it's duplicated, but anyway, they do know that. They do know about the calendar appointments that I have, although I don't really use Google Calendar, I don't know what this event is. And yeah, they know loads of stuff. All my email, of course, because it's Gmail. They know that what I've kind of G+'d. Yeah, they know, of course, my search history and web history. If I go into that, they of course know, that I've been Googling for Skittles yesterday. Just show you what Skittles are. I've been Googling for a lot of things, and they even categorize my Googling kind of patterns and so on and so on. But the thing that I kind of was surprised the most is, of course, the location history. So basically, when you start using Google Maps, you agree that Google will know your location. You agree to share your location with Google, and that seems to be a really cool thing, right? So it shouldn't really cause any problems. But if you go into view your location history, and I'll go for something like 30 days, let it just load for a second. So
This is a little bit like running naked in the street, I would say.
It is a bit, yeah, it is a bit. So, yeah, it knows that I've been to London in the past 30 days, then I went to Warsaw, I've been to my summer house, I've been, yeah, it knows just everywhere I've been. And you could think that this is a 3G thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's not. I mean, we've been to Africa last year, and there's literally no connection there. But somehow, once in a while, I was, of course, using GPS back then on my phone.
Yeah.
Somehow, once in a while, even without roaming, the data did appear on the maps. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Something to think about.
And that is, if you dig a little deeper to it, cross-device, Google knows where you are, where you've been, what you've searched, what you've done. And it's quite scary.
It is.
And not to ditch Google, but this is not a matter of deleting your cookies. This is something you have to go in actively set. I don't think Google would misuse this. I don't think they will, but it's a huge asset for them to be able to target any. So whenever you get surprised that, how did they know that? How could I I've just recently started to think about this and now I get commercials about it. That's when this is happening. So I believe that we need to get to a point where we have to accept this in a better way. And what I mean accept it is that to get proper information about it, that we concur, as it says, that we are okay with that you know this about. And it must be far much more reachable and understandable than this. Or dig into all the cookies and understand and be a master in computer science to be able to differentiate of the cookies. It has to become more visible. There are people working on this. I haven't seen any clear train, my data, cookie laws, whatever it might be, but it must happen. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it will happen. So that is one thing. But getting back to advertising on mobile, there are, as I said, three things that is a problem. And if we then add new devices, and remember the thing we said about how fast we adopt, some of these things looks crazy. Really, the one with the red thing and blue things on the head there, that looks really strange, or the Google glasses, or things on the devices. I don't know if it's here, or if it's some other devices, but for sure, soon, within years, we will use these, and we cannot dream without them. We cannot live without them. It will happen. It is just hard to predict. Then how advertising are used in that's the tricky thing. And as I said, there are major problems of sorting out and to crack how we do with this mobile things. So if you're out there and able to crack the nut of how to do advertising on mobile, you will become a very, very rich monkey. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.